I suppose first question, how did you both become attached to the project and what drew you into it?
It was probably a little over a year and a half ago, I believe, right, Carlos? The project had been going in development for quite a while, because as many studios, we have a lot of projects in development. And, we were asked to come on and take a look at it. And I think we were very excited by the world that had been created, world inspired by the many different cultures of Southeast Asia, not just one, but 5 different lands to explore, all culturally specific. And the idea that we were really going to be able to explore sort of an action adventure film was something that was incredibly exciting, enticing for us. So it just had a lot of really great elements. And I think for us, it was about really kind of pulling the story together around a consistent and common theme, this theme of trust.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I'm interested in obviously directing as a collaborative process because you both worked in this. Did you ever have any disagreements? What's it like sort of working with different visionaries, I suppose, on one project?
I think just the philosophy under which all the creatives at Disney operate is one of collaboration. And it's like deep collaboration. I am relatively new to the process, and Don sort of like functioned as sort of like my mentor in this, my sage in this experience. But really the way that everyone at Disney works, it's you get together in a room with a lot of really brilliant artists and technicians, and you just brainstorm and talk it out and come up with different possibilities and solutions, and someone draws something and someone writes something, and then you break and come back next day. And that's really sort of like how these movies are made, just by bringing in lots of really incredible voices into a movie. So I feel like it just, after a little while, it just becomes so easy to just go with the flow and know that the team is going to tell you what the movie needs to be, and that you're all working together, and that no idea is a bad idea. And it sounds like a really complicated process, but once you understand why it's important, and once you understand how to utilize it for your benefit, it's really wonderful.
Yeah, it all sounds pretty harmonious, to be honest. It sounds really fun. I loved the relationship between Raya and Amari. That was something that really drew me in as part of the story. And I read that Kelly Marie Tran, she feels like there are some romantic feelings there. And reading about her, I was like, yes, I think that comes across. I was wondering if that's something, you had in your mind whilst working on the story, or if it's something she spoke to you about.
No, I don't recall any conversations. I think for us, that we didn't really explore Raya's sexuality in the film, but I think, if for anybody that can have a connection or see themselves in Raya, the hero of the film, I think we're always, that's always a good thing. That's always exciting to us.
Yeah. What about you, Carlos?
I love their relationship too. And I think that we had that tug going in the, as we were developing the movie, the fact that our antagonist was just as cool and interesting and like compelling as our protagonist. And that's the best case scenario, but we even had to pull back a few times in the movie and just being like, hey, there's maybe some people are going to want Namaari to win more than we want Raya to succeed. And so it's something that we were very conscious about. But I think that the fact that people have embraced the pairing so profoundly, and the fact that you see so many people like dressing up as Raya, but also dressing up as Namaari, and that Namaari has sort of like become, I think, a beloved character from our film. I think it's amazing, and I think we're very happy about that.
Yeah. One thing I've loved in terms of the reaction is it's such a wonderful story, but I've also loved the reaction to the dad. I don't know if you've seen a New York Times article about hot animated dads. See, I can see Don has, I can tell.
I know. We all did. I think it was a very unexpected surprise. And just so you know, Don Hall was the scratch voice of Benja. So I think that we can't take any credit off from Daniel Day Kim, but I think Don Hall also had something to do in Benja being such a figure.
I want to hear Don's thoughts now. Yeah, what do you say to that?
I think a lot of it came from Daniel, right? Like, we just, once we started hearing and working with him and hearing that voice, the physicality of Chief Benja had to live up to Daniel Day Kim, and so we kept working on the model and the characterization of Benja to be worthy of Daniel K. Kim's voice. I mean, he's amazing and just an amazing human, actually. And so it's actually kind of cool and funny and gratifying to get that kind of response about the hot dad article. Because I think, to us, I think even though in very limited screen time, I mean, what it tells us is that the character resonates in very little screen, which was critical for the film because he's not on screen for very long. And that relationship between Benja and Raya sets up the whole movie. And sets up an expectation in the audience's mind to want to return to that. And the whole movie is about fulfilling Benja's dreams. So, it was absolutely critical that character resonates. And so when we get that kind of feedback, I guess it tells us that, at least on some level, that the character resonated.
No, I totally agree. I think I've got time for one more question. So, would you like to see? Can we expect more Raya in the future? Is this something you'd love to work on again?
Oh, you mean like more Raya?
More Raya adventures, yeah.
Well, I mean, we're currently both on our own projects, but the world of Kumandra is so vast, so we barely scratched the surface of it. In terms of what's been designed and all the thinking that went into developing Kumandra, it certainly could support more stories. That is for sure. And I think we love all of these characters, Boone, Tong, Little Noi, all of them, love that they just become part of our lives, so we'll see. There's certainly nothing in talks right now, but who knows what the future may hold.
I hope to see more.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, with the growing landscape of Disney Plus and digital series, like who knows, maybe there's an opportunity sooner than later.
Yeah, and as you said, like the world's so vast, there's so many like short stories there as well as like features that could be made. Well, I hope we get to see more of Kumandra. As you said, it's such a beautiful world, and thank you for bringing it to us. Thank you for your time today. It's been lovely chatting.